Fabrizio Romano has just stated that Brighton are not giving up on Tottenham Hotspur centre-back Luka Vušković, as he is a top target and another bid is expected very soon. Reports in Italy are stating that an agreement between Tottenham and Sandro Tonali does exist, a contract worth €12 million a year, and a decisive breakthrough is expected next week. There is now 66 days left of the transfer window, where the majority of deals are done after the 1st of July. Hi everyone, hope you're well. Chris Cowlin here. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you listen to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. And if you do get 2 spare minutes, please do help us by nominating and voting for us at the Football Content Awards 2026. All of the details are below and your support will be really, really appreciated. Thank you. Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has stated that Brighton are not giving up on Tottenham centre-back Luka Vušković as top target at centre-back after 3 bids have been rejected. Brighton Hove Albion are still pushing behind the scenes with talks to develop in the next couple of days. Sport media set in Italy have just reported that an agreement between Tottenham and Sandro Tonali does exist, with the player set to sign a 6-year contract with Tottenham worth €12 million, including bonuses. There is a gap between the Lily Whites and the Magpies right now, but it is edging nearer, with Tottenham confident about reaching a decisive breakthrough next week. Now, the general consensus has been that the fee would be close to the €100 million mark and could even exceed that. It will break Tottenham's current transfer record. It's going to be a very busy week for a number of Tottenham Hotspur players next week at the World Cup 2026. Now, on Tuesday, the 30th of June, in the last 32, the Netherlands will take on Morocco at 2 a.m. Of course, Jean-Paul van Hecke and Mickey van der Ven will be on matchday international duty. On the same day, 10 p.m. UK time, Lucas Bergvall, Sweden, will be taking on France. On Wednesday, the 1st of July, Jed Spence's England will take on Congo, 5 p.m. kickoff. And on the same day, 9 p.m. kickoff, Senegal will be taking on Belgium. Of course, Pape Matar Sarr will be included in the Senegal squad. On Thursday, the 2nd of July, Pedro Porro's Spain will be taking on Kevin Danso's Austria. That one is an 8 p.m. UK time kickoff. On Friday, the 3rd of July, Luka Vušković will be facing Portugal, as he will be in the Croatia squad. And later that evening, Argentina will be taking on Cape Verde at 11 p.m. UK time. Of course, we have 2 centre-backs in the Argentina squad, Christian Romero and Marcos Senesi. And just to remind you, there is 66 days left of the summer transfer window, and the majority of major transfer business happens after the 1st of July, which of course is Wednesday. Even though negotiations often begin weeks or months earlier, the 1st of July is the start of the new financial year for many football clubs, making it easier to register transfer fees and wages in the new accounting period. Now, my thoughts on everything in this episode, and I'm going to keep it very short and brief. Now, more reports are stating that the Sandro Tonali agreement between Tottenham and the player does exist. I think we know that by now, with the amount of times it has been reported by, top journalists, national press, etc. It is now down to Tottenham Hotspur paying or bidding or agreeing the fee with Newcastle. This latest report from Italy are stating that the fee would need to be close to 100 million euros. In actual fact, I think what they meant is 100 million pounds, because that is what Newcastle have been extremely clear on with Tottenham and any potential suitors for the Italy midfielder. 100 million euros. Spurs have offered 75 plus 5 already in add-ons, and that wasn't enough. But I don't think there's going to be any problem whatsoever with Spurs agreeing, a deal with the player himself, because apparently he and Roberto De Zerbi have spoken, and he has given his word to Roberto De Zerbi that he wants to come to Tottenham Hotspur. So it is now down to the clubs to agree a fee. It is now down to Tottenham to put in a much improved offer. But it is interesting what I have stated, because there are 66 days left of the summer transfer window. In an ideal world, we get all of the business, what we want, done super early in June, but it isn't realistic. That is the one thing, it isn't realistic. Spurs have got 4 deals over the line so far. We have been the most active Premier League team, and people are still whinging, moaning, complaining, saying, when's this Tonali one getting done? Oh, it's dragging on, it's becoming boring, etc., etc. Let me just say, very politely, this isn't Championship Manager. This isn't just a game that you play and just say, we'll buy him, and you get a decision within, 2 minutes. I know it's frustrating, and I know it's the, in an ideal world, we get all of the signings in straight away. But like I said, the majority of major transfer business happens after the 1st of July due to accounting reasons. So there are reasons behind it. A lot of the negotiations, a lot of the talks take place in June, or even before, even during the season, towards the end of the campaign. A lot of players at this time in June are on holiday. A lot of the agents are trying to set things up in the background, but there are so many reasons, and I'm not coming up with excuses here, because I've said all along, and I will continue to say, Tottenham need to go big in this transfer window, and we need a statement signing in. I'd love to see a real statement signing in, and I'd love to see the day when Tottenham Hotspur actually go out and spend £100 million on a player, because I tell you what, that would be a wow signing, signing Sandro Tonali, and it would be a real statement not only to our fans, but everyone in the Premier League, every team in the Premier League, every fan that follows a Premier League team. I think that everyone will be surprised, and everyone will see a major change. But I'd love to see this happen. Various reports are stating that expect big things next week in terms of things happening. And if you look historically as well, most things happen in July, not in June, because a lot of contracts actually end as well on the 30th of June. And like I said there about the new financial year starts for many clubs, and they want wages and transfer fees, etc., in the new accounting period. So that is the reason why so many more deals will happen. The Luka Vušković one, this is going to be an interesting one, as I've spoken about many, many times. Brighton, it appears, are not giving up, and apparently the player and the Brighton manager, they've had words as well, and it's the only place that he wants to go, because he feels like he is going to really develop at the Amex Stadium. So this is going to be an interesting one, because I think if Spurs do receive an offer that is too good to turn down, they have to take it. And I think that if you were Luka Vušković yourself, you'd be thinking that Spurs have just signed Jean-Paul Van Hecke and Marcos Senesi. And of course, the centre-backs we already have. It seems that, he would be way, way down the pecking order at Tottenham, even though he did have such a fantastic season in the Bundesliga last year. And of course, he's playing for Croatia at the World Cup. So it's going to be an interesting one to see what happens here. But I've no doubt at all, like Lucas Bergvall, when he comes back from the World Cup, there'll be a lot of interest in some of our players. Some will go out the door. And I've no doubt that Spurs will be working on many deals. So I am hoping and praying. So I do expect a very busy July for Tottenham in terms of incomings and outgoings. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit the follow button and leave a review if you can. And remember, if you do get 2 spare minutes, please do vote for us at the Football Content Awards 2026. If you like the content that we put out on a regular basis, on a daily basis, especially, it's going to be busy during the next 66 days of the transfer window. And then, of course, looking forward to the 26-27 campaign. Now, stay safe and well. Enjoy your week, and I'll see you on the next one. Come on, you Spurs.